Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. What's going on, guys? Johnny back with another video. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your day. Today is December 19th, 2025. 7:25 my time. Market opens in about 4 minutes. So I wanted to do my part by making sure we share our link to the team, so that way everyone can get in and enjoy this live day trading session. Today's Friday. A lot can happen today. Looks like Bitcoin is consolidating at around 88,000 and 87.8. So I'm very interested to see what happens today. QQQ also pushing itself back to those highs of around 612.93 and getting rejected again during the pre-market session, but still holding, slightly bullish. It is up 0.4%, and it's bullish because it is holding above that 200 moving average. Love to see this sell off even more and have a nice red Friday, which is why we have those red lights in the background today. So looking forward to trading with you guys. Let's see what happens, and yeah, go from there. Looks like we do have everything is good. Hope you can hear me okay and see me okay. Now, we did make a decent amount of money yesterday, another 3% on the account, so we are being patient to see if we make a lower low or if we make a higher high today on the overall NASDAQ and Bitcoin. Bitcoin can pump as it did yesterday at market open. It pumped all the way up to 89 and then had a huge sell-off to 84,000. And all night since about 1 o'clock yesterday, but more aggressively at about 7:30, 8 o'clock, it's been pushing up from 85,000 all the way to 88,000, which is just nuts. So we'll see what happens, if it continues to push or not. MSTR pushed up to 169.50 and sold all the way off to 155 in the overnight hours. Now back up to 164. MSTZ, I bought and sold, and honestly sold too soon because it pushed up an additional $1.50. Could have making easily $100 day yesterday, $150 day yesterday, compared to only $40. But nonetheless, we are here. We are looking to trade again and see what happens. So market is about to open. We'll see how it reacts. And I'm excited to be here with you guys again today. Remember, to trade your plan today, anything can happen. Markets can go up, markets can come down. It is a Friday. There's no need to give away all your profits for the week in a single day. Let's be patient, trade our plan. If your criteria is not met, do not enter the trade. Here we go. Market is open. There's no need to force a trade today. LUNR is up. Sound is slightly up, not by much. We're still in our swing trade on sound. Looks like we could get a nice little pump up, so I'm excited to see what happens with that. Crypto, not doing much, just kind of consolidating at these levels. MSTR trying to pump. So we're going to be looking for a nice pump, a nice rally, maybe even back to those 170 levels, and then another dip down. Trading within this horizontal pattern all week. Doesn't have to continue. I don't want to miss the trade either. So we're being patient, trying to get a better entry than what we've been doing lately. We can get a better entry when it's at a low, then we would be better off for the day. What's going on here? Okay. Bringing my alert up a little more. I already hit my alert on the day. Up 2% on sound. Slightly down overall though. Not by much. So we'll see what happens. I don't know why LUNR is alerting me. It's up 10% on the day. That's great. Bouncing off of that 1014 level, which was previous resistance. Remember, old resistance can become new support. That's exactly what it did. It pushed up, came down, validated this as a support, and it's now running up to 1220 for LUNR. QQQ, it is above that moving average on the 4 hour. Need to get above it on the 1 hour to see some more upward momentum, but it is up. It did break that level. Going to bring this up to 615. And we're waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin. MSTR beginning to retrace a little bit slightly, which means our MTZ positions should be up. MSTZ should be up today. And there we go, a big push. This could be short-lived though. It could rally just as easily as it pushed up. Already up 1%. See if we get a retracement or if the market is going to sell off more. All right. And if you guys are watching live, do me a favor and click that YouTube link for me. It does help. You can see the charts a little better. It's a little more clear. And it'll let me know that there's actually some people watching. I know when you watch on the Discord, it doesn't necessarily record it as anyone watching on the live stream. So here we go. Bitcoin selling off. Now, I'd love to see this. This is exactly what happened yesterday. We bought at a low, we sold at that moving average, and then it came all the way back down where we could have got a better entry for a bigger pump. So we are being patient here. We're going to see how low this can go. We're not trying to buy up here at all-time highs, or at least highs on the day. We want to wait for confirmation, because again, that's what I did yesterday. If we go back to that 1 minute time frame, I bought pre-market, I sold at the first sign of resistance. I bought again because I thought it would go up, and it did, but much later in the day. So I could have did a better part of buying the dip around 14s instead of buying higher up at 15s. And then it pushed up to $16. So very nice push. And if this is the case, I might even miss this move. Bitcoin begins to push up, then of course MSTR will go up with it as well. And I could add more shares, okay? I could add plenty more shares. We're just waiting to see if this pushes up more, or if we're actually going to get some more downward momentum. If this loses about 87,000, we could see more downside. So we need to lose that 87,000 support, and I believe we can. See what the market's doing. Looks like markets are curling over. Nice little pump and dump this morning by the overall markets. And sound is back down to those $10 levels. It's a very odd thing for me to go long on sound. Now this is more of a swing trade, right? Because I'm buying support at around $11, $11.25 to push up to 13. And at the same time, we need QQQ to push up. But if QQQ pushes up and sound also pushes up, that means my Bitcoin position could also go up as well, or Bitcoin itself could go up, which would be going against my MSTZ. So I'm not really trying to trade both sides. It's all about timing. I'm just trying to time both of them accordingly. Sound can be a swing trade, and MSTZ are going to be our day trade again today. So Bitcoin looks like it's going to sell off a little bit more. BTC making lower lows, so I may have to buy here. I'll just go ahead and buy another 24 share. Well, let's be patient here. Let's do another 24, make it even 50 shares. Yeah. I'll buy another 25 shares here. Okay, so now we're in 50 shares on MSTZ. We need to get some more selling pressure on MSTR. Another leg down would be nice. And again, this could pump up to 170s. And it could sell off to 155. So it's kind of in the middle right now. But as long as Bitcoin continues to sell off, we have a good reason to buy. And if QQQ can continue to get rejected off of 614 today, then MSTZ can also follow with that. So it looks like we have some resistance around 615, and that's going to be in accordance with our daily, our hourly moving average. So again, if it gets rejected off of this level, we can see more downside, as it's been rejected off of that moving average before. It's got an ascending pattern or descending pattern here. So we could see this overbought reversal happen very quickly. And we could see it pump a little higher too as well. So very light position today. Bitcoin trying to recover. And again, we can get a very nice rally. But again, even on this moving average for Bitcoin, it's selling off, getting rejected off of the moving average. So we're betting on that Bitcoin will sell off. And MSTR is also testing that moving average as support. If it loses support, we can see this sell off some more. MSTZ, we're up about 1%, nothing too crazy. We only have 50 shares. Now, of course, we can add another 50 shares to this, but I just hate buying at these levels when it pulls back and I can get a better entry at a lower price. But you also don't want it to push up so fast that you miss out on the opportunity and then you missed out on profits, whereas it could have pushed up and now you're trying to force a trade buying at 15, 16 for it to pull back, and that can be very frustrating. I've been there before. It does happen. But you guys get to see my entries, you guys get to see my exits, the reason why I'm trading it. Here we go, Bitcoin, another leg down. Let's see if we do get it. Now I have been trading MSTZ all week. I've been shorting Bitcoin literally since last Friday and been pretty consistent with it, making between 2 and 3% every single day since last Friday. So you can go back and watch every single video this week of me trading Bitcoin, seeing my thought process behind why I'm shorting it, and get inside my head as to why. Up $10, 1%, nothing too crazy. Waiting for more selling pressure. I'd love to see it touch 86.9 for a nice pullback here. Doesn't have to happen, but that'd be very nice. That would mean MSTR would pull back even more. And again, on the 30-minute, MSTR is still getting rejected off of that 200 moving average. That green line here continues to get rejected, continues to make lower lows, and that's exactly what we want to see here. It is testing that support, showing signs of it being bullish. We could get another leg higher, which means we can get a better average price on MSTZ. Bitcoin trying to push. I know we're getting a lot of new members, so I just want to welcome all of our new members to the team. We're literally just got 2 new members today, and we're probably up about 15, 20 new members for the week. So our free spots for our LTE team are filling up. We're very close to 700 members, and then we'll be pushing to 1,000 members very soon as well. QQQ pushing up, needs to hold, and it looks like it's going to hold for now. I'm going to move this alert up. We'll see how high this can go. It's been pushing up for 2 days now, from $600 to $616. Very nice push from the overall market. Does not seem like sound is following at all on my position here for my swing trade. NASDAQ is pumping. Bitcoin is pumping, which means MSTR will pump. And just like that, we went from up 10 to down 20. We'll see if it breaks this level or if it's just that choppy where it's going to come right back down. If it does, then we can buy that low that I was talking about here, right? Ideal setup would be if it could push up to, if MSTR could push up to 170, then I wouldn't mind getting a better entry on MSTZ for that swing. So this can run up. We'll see how high it can. Again, it could touch this moving average and get rejected at 88 like it has in the past. So we're going to draw our resistance level at 88.3, or what is that, 88.649, about right there. So we'll see what happens. Does it get rejected off of this level? MSTZ pretty much right back to where it started. That 1462 dip would have been nice. Let's see if we can get it. That dip would have been very nice to buy a little bit more. I just missed it. It happened so fast. Does not look like crypto's even moving anymore. QQQ pulling back slightly from 616. See if it continues to push higher or begin to sell off. Again, we have our alert set, so if it breaks these key levels, we can identify the next leg up. Beautiful overbought reversal on MSTR. Very nice to see. Selling off, trying to push up, get people to buy in. Selling off again. And now, technically, we could see another pump or another leg up. Bitcoin pushing slightly higher. Here we go. Can make some new highs here. And it bounced right off of that moving average. Just like we talked about yesterday, that happened again today. Pushing all the way up, bouncing off of that moving average, selling off, and then pushing higher. It doesn't have to happen today like that. It's possible, but doesn't have to. We've got a light position. Now we could always add more, but right now we're just being patient, not getting in too heavy, as Bitcoin has another little pump up. There's no point over trading or trying to force a trade. Let's see here, QQQ curling over slightly. TQQQ could have been a nice play. From 52s pre-market to 53.50. It's $1.50 per share. Open not looking too good today. Bull not looking so good today. Sound, again, not looking too good today. Trying to hold above that level, but not doing too good holding. LUNR, beautiful move. From yesterday's 10 to now 12, pushed all the way up to 13, and now getting rejected off of that resistance level. 3 stages of reversal played out perfectly for LUNR. Now would be the time to sell, as it can come all the way back down to those $10 levels. Very nice trade. SoFi, same place as yesterday. A lot of choppiness, but above its moving average. Synex also coming up to its second level of resistance to take profit. Chipotle selling off today, back to yesterday's pre-market levels right there, as you can see, finding support at about $37. We'll see if it holds. Intel pushing up today. Again, back up to those resistance levels. We're starting to see the same theme here. We got our support levels and we got our resistance levels, and they tend to hit all the time. More likely to hit previous zones, previous levels to sell, previous levels to buy than not. So Hood can push all the way up to 124 again today if it wants to, because it touched there yesterday. Coming back down to retest yesterday's pre-market support of around 118, as you can see, very perfectly. So a lot of horizontal patterns this week. Nvidia pushing from 175 to 180, curling over. Lululemon pushing down today. Amazon, a lot of consolidation. Apple consolidation. Google consolidation. Tesla trading within this range that we already drew out. So it's very nice to see. It's nice to see. There are some downside here to the markets. I'd love to see the markets come back down a little. Doesn't mean they have to. We're not trying to force it. Just being patient. Sound unable to make any type of a recovery here. Looks like sound is failing as its own horizontal pattern. It's not doing so good. But we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. Bitcoin, again, not doing much, did it? Pulled up. Big green candle. Now selling off. Has its own little horizontal range right here. MSTR is trying to hold these levels. They're just trying to be more patient today. Getting a better entry. Waiting for direction to be in our favor. We've already made our money for the week. So Fridays aren't a make it or break it. We don't have to make money today, but we need to do a good job by not losing money today. Not forcing anything. A lot of volatility. We're just being patient. There's no catalyst saying that markets have to go up higher or down. There's not really any news. It's just a Friday, just a lot of volatility in general. Not really a lot of news going on here. This is a really sharp push up, but it's really too quick. So it could sell off and it could push higher. But I could see more volatility in this as it did yesterday, right? It pushed up, came down, pushed up, came down. And we're talking it moved, 10, 12 points from 604 to 612, back down to 607, back up to 612. That was a $5 move. So we could see a huge $5 move and then a $5 move right back down. Bitcoin also pushing up, finding some resistance and coming back down. Just looking at the news. Just holding. Love to see a nice big selling candle on Bitcoin. Remember we were down almost 20, up 10, down 20. back up to just barely down again. Just holding and being patient here. If we get another pump, how is QQQ doing? Still trying to push. We'll see what happens. Could see another 2% day today. 2% sell-off, 2 to 3% sell-off could result in a 4 to 6% return on ours. It's very possible to make $1 per share. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but it is possible. Again, just trying to be patient here. A lot of consolidation. And I'd love to know what you guys are trading or watching on today. Looking at today. Being patient here. DJT. Look at this one. This one's weird. I even changed my setup for it. Why would it change my setup? There we go. That was a weird glitch. DJT could be an interesting one to play as well. Huge pump from $10.55 to $16. Now potentially coming back down. That would be a nice short potentially on it. If it does come back to 1040, we could see a huge 30% pullback on that. Very possible to short DJT. That thing pumped up. I know a few of our members had interest in CoreWeave. CoreWeave now at $76. Now this did have a reversal, I'm pretty sure, because this was trading at a much higher level than it is now. I thought CoreWeave was like in the 300s, 500s. So it must have did a reverse stock split of some kind. Pushing from $63 to $77 now. Even during that pre-market session from 71 to 77. Being able to bounce off of that moving average very nicely. That was a beautiful 8% profit. Not bad at all. Sound still not doing the best here. QQQ pushing up to 618. That's insane. 618.50. Bitcoin not really doing much either. It's not really following the market. It's kind of doing its own thing right now. Bitcoin not doing much, just kind of consolidating. MSTR starting to sell off. Again, wanting to get a better entry here, but it doesn't look like much is happening. Very choppy day right now. Very choppy. Here we go. MSTR is starting to see some selling pressure. Man, that 1462 is looking really nice. It just did not happen. There we go, a leg down from QQQ. See if it holds. QQQ beginning to sell off now. It's been the first 30 minutes of the market, so direction is still very unclear. It looks bullish, but it's not making any new highs now. It's selling off slightly here on QQQ. Bitcoin beginning to come down. A lot of consolidation. Should bring MSTR down with it. And would benefit us in our MSTZ position. Go, Bitcoin pushing up slightly again. Very interesting. Delete that line. Whoa. Here we go. Markets are beginning to sell off from these overbought levels. Here we go. Now we should see a nice red candle to the downside. Bitcoin also coming down after consolidating. Still just a little too much volatility right now. I'm going to delete this. Now it could still run up if it wants to. Doesn't mean it can't. It's a very small area for consolidation. You can get a break above or a break below. SPY also coming down at these overbought levels. A lot of choppiness here at this level. See if it gives some of it back. Looks like it is. A lot of selling pressure coming in. Sound not doing much, showing every sign that it can make lower lows though, off of this moving average. Waiting for this thing to really spike, man. That'd be nice to see here. Looks like it's creating a new low. Bouncing around 1085. We'll see if that 1085 holds for sound. Could be some good entries right here at this level for a nice push up. And we could see some more selling pressure. Especially with QQQ being so choppy. Pushed up, but now it's struggling to hold above those levels. Bitcoin also, we're either going to see a breakout to new levels or it's going to continue to consolidate. MSTR is literally just barcoding right here on this moving average. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes these live streams, we go live every morning at market open, but it doesn't mean we have to get huge moves in the first 30 minutes or hour of the market. A lot of these moves take place well after, right? This was a lot of consolidation. It sold off. Over here, there was some consolidation like this, and then it sold off and sold off for the majority of the day. So doesn't mean it has to play out according to plan. MSTR can push up. It's holding above this moving average here. It could push up very easily and then come back down as well. Could be trading the wrong side of it. Bitcoin or QQQ trying to hold at these new levels of 616. It's very possible it can. It is above that moving average on everyone, on the 4-hour chart, the 1-hour chart, 30-minute. It's definitely possible. Okay, nice little push up from MSTR. For no apparent reason either, right? Made a big move, but didn't really do anything. Just more consolidation. Look at that tiny little candle for Bitcoin. If you want to buy this, you have to buy this at $89,000, which is way up here. So the second you buy into Bitcoin, you're already down 1%, right? 89.6. If we bought up here, you're already down 1%. The second you buy, you're down 1%. And then if you want to sell, because you're like, well, I don't like that, 87.3 is where you'd sell, so you'd be down 2%. So if you bought in, you'd be down automatically 1%, and if you sold, you'd have to give back another 1%. So you literally need to make 2% profit just to break even when buying Bitcoin, which is just insane. The spreads on Bitcoin are crazy. Now, Bitcoin could push up. It could push up much higher than where it is already. Doesn't mean it has to, right? It could also get rejected. MSTR also could push higher. Which would give us the opportunity to buy more. QQQ coming down, Bitcoin's pushing, and QQQ selling off. So they no longer seem to be paired together. They're kind of both doing their own thing now. Okay, Bitcoin has a nice little breakout here. All right, I think that's where we're going to leave the live stream today. I will give you updates in the Discord as time plays out, but we are just waiting to see what happens. Yes, MSTR is pushing up. It can push up higher, it can also sell off. It is holding above this moving average slightly, but trading within this range. So if we get some upward momentum, great. We'd have some other levels we'd need to break. So we'll see what happens if it does break. BTC pushing up higher, while the overall market, it did push up higher, but now it's slightly consolidating at higher levels, right? It could still sell off more, it could still push higher, but the overall market's only up about 1%, and crypto's up about almost 2%. MSTR is not really following Bitcoin either, so doing a great job just by holding our position right now. And it could actually push up. So yeah, I appreciate you guys' time. Give you guys an update in the Discord. Now guys, hope that you have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend, and we'll back here on Monday morning for another live stream.